Be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. Not this sword. I also... Oh. Good. Now that My name is Commander Kibwe. UC system. That convict. Are we really playing the pirates? I don't remember. We've been prodding. If we can get... Not for me. Look, refuse. Of course you have a... So? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Just shut up and do. The commander can handle any of your questions. I'm not authorized to answer your questions. I've got nothing to say to you. If you have any questions, save them for Commander Ikonde. All right, let's go. Get out of line and the commander can handle any of your questions. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh? Going in all alone. Trading a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts.
Okay, hello.
Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informers.
Ship.
And then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? I'm not authorized to answer your questions. I've got... Get out. Just shut up and do as you're told. If you have any questions, save them for Commander Ikonde. Just get out of line and I'll put you down. Clear? I'm not authorized to answer your questions. All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops, Commander Ikonde. The commander. I've got nothing to say to you, convict.
Yes, what? Howdy.
Hey, now that we've... This is the operation. Which is precise. We need the catch is that... Good. Our intelligence, she works with... You'd better hope so. Once you block, that's where my... Eager to get going. Remember. I wouldn't expect any... Look, as an undercover, allow yourself... That's what I wanted. Anyway, now, That's easy to handle. We'll be monitoring when you feel you. Beyond that, all we know is that she's shrewd. I'm afraid she's the... For your own sake, basically. While you're running with... It's going to be deep. Do what you... That's why I expect... Look, if there's a route, use your instinct. You have your orders.
All right. While you're working on... If you find any record... Well, you better. I want data. For the sake of the settled system. That miners... If you've seen what I... That's all we're asking. Oh, Commander Akande? It's not generous. All right. We've cleared your ship. That should do it. You're dismissed. We'll be keeping them if you're feeling... Not really. Don't get me wrong. Let's just... But, don't worry. Of course, if we... Well... Let me know if you need anything else.
Howdy.
Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
Hey, it's always a good day.
I've things for you. Martian landscape. For you.
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here.
Almost big time.
Dust. And the grass.
If you're here to buy yours... wouldn't be the... Oh, don't give...
The Trade Authority.
All I'm going to point... Of course. Well then, we have... You bring me that finder's... Sure, go ahead.
Listen, love. You know, it's funny. Well, well, there's a buddy of mine who, if he isn't Oh!
Things can get pretty glum around here.
Unless you're here to serve. Hey, why don't you say? If you've got a whole right down to business.
Well, this is us.
Now listen up. You probably spent. Perfect. His name's. Don't worry.
There's nothing like seeing old soul.
Something. Adler Camp. Adler, you said? Look. Adler. Oh! I told him I. What? Look.
Perhaps he's.
Oh, what? Sure. I guess. I'd like to think so. Please.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner. Other than later.
The community center up here. Spiritual needs you may have.
You can make a real good living.
Ever been to Aquila?
Have something for me? There, would you? He going to be a. Nice. Nice. You know. You think you could. So can you. All right. Head out to your. Oh.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner.
Always nice to be back.
Noted.
Let me know if we're going
Shark's
to head
location
into the well,
nearby.
so I can watch your back.
I'm sure you already know there's no... Welcome to Centurion. All sales are... I'm sure we can find...
Stopping by. What bring? Need something but don't have a lot of... Yeah. Have a good one.
With the consignment shop closed.
There are a few injuries that can't be addressed. Welcome to... All right, what can I... Oh, this is not... All right, there you are. Oh, yes, sir. May you remain in good health.
That neon fella. Nah, I missed it. How'd it go?
Thanks for choosing Terra. Certainly.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
They'll have our table ready soon.
Did we have to come early? No, they'll be late.
Jetpack damaged or something? Something for you when you help.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the... Welcome to UC I have been told. Also, if you're... You mean besides provide... It's solid. Never a dull moment. I know some people don't. Oh, well, sir. Back to it, then.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. Not at all. You can... Admiral Logan's office shouldn't be... terribly far. Let's go. If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather... I certainly do. Let's finish what we've started. If you don't mind, I'd like... Admiral Logan's office shouldn't be... If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. No, it's fine. Go ahead. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened. By the time I was... It's not that I don't want... Having been... I'm sorry if that... You mean apart? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, and as far as exploration. That being said, before I graduated, we called up, and before you are, the band never... I'll be here. Let's finish what we've started before we go our separate...
joke. So those Varun zealots worship us.
Well, hello. You hear about part-time We've had some... So really, we just... Well... Oh, yeah? Well, your first assignment, there was a... Then... You know, headquarters. Let me know if you have any questions.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later.
Another day? Yes? What?
May I help you? I hope you're not the security of the...
Ah, right. Oh, it wasn't. In any case, so I'd like... Take the package. Take the nat to the package is taped up. I'm the acting. I oversee all... every agent. I have, of course. All you really need, our main friar. We keep an eye. Well, you're certainly in...
Good luck with the mission.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building. If you don't have official business, the Vanguard... This... I'm one of Mass, and that any rule. Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Not sure if those Varun
Spacers, scumbags, and scavengers. Interlinked vultures.
Oh man, I'm running late for the meeting.
How's the... Still have questions? Nicely done. That being said, we've gotten a lot of... Who knew all I had to do? As am I. Anyway.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
You leave me alone, all right? Hey, we need to talk. I'm trying to keep... Yeah? Wait, I like to think... You're losing me with... You were giving us... Fine. You're starting to make a lot of... Look, I'm gonna give you another set of cards. I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time. So we know the end. Well, we are. The whole thing seems... Doesn't it? I was hoping the Starboard. Instead, they're fighting. It's just a stupid... And they seem to be just... So the... And you have a chance. I'd be lying. I don't know if you're taking... I got no idea. Cora probably shoved both of them. That's good. I know it's your decision who... Sure, the MS... But that doesn't make with the... If the Starborn... Excellent. My head is... Take care.
By the way, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Apparently, he's got some work.
Ah, if it is. Crime has slowed down since you started telling. Yep. Security on site. Problem is. Fair enough. Same job I'm. Good. The restaurant is the kind of place. Take care.
You know, I went to chef's.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
Well, I wasn't. So,
I assume that would. I believe. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Private sector.
Excuse me? Oh! Thank you. He's 5 years? He would say he gifted it. I don't care. I'm not. I see. If this is. So you would. You are quite the pest.
What can I do for you? Ah, perfect. Excellent. You're quitting. Here, take. I'm starting to run out of credit. Not right now. Not right now, but it's a lot of. Well, hopefully the reason. Back to work.
Word.
Wow, look who finds home. We'll see. So, before before I put... I don't know if Adler... You're signing up with... There's a medical sub on board that ship you'll find. It's done. Head back here when you...
So that's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
Rake used to run. Back then he had a everything was fine and... I've been tracking Rick. He changes his look, but you know what?
Hey, you need something? Hey, how are you? Yeah, what's up?
Was a backwater collection of hydroponics farmers until Ron
aboard you. We're asking. The distinction is rather important.
Well, alright.
I am not sure if you wanted our cargo. I guess I should just... God damn it! Open!
Hostiles identified.
This is hopeless! Pull out!
Get up! Get up!
Take leave of your senses. Rake was your target. I didn't sign on to this voyage to take part in mass murder.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
Here to shoot the breeze?
Boarding a vessel like this certainly brings back memories.
Conde wants to see you. Follow me.
Ahead. Friend on the Regana. If I had my way, I'd space whoever killed him.
Pardon.
If we keep having casualties, it's going to be tough to expel this command.
There you are. We intercepted. represent... I realize...
Commander Ikon.
Let me do something. Good. All this ugly. Then there is one. Let's focus on...
Our intel on Sears.
Our files indicate... Yes. But before we get... Just remember...
And their ruthlessness is... You should proceed.
So what's next? Strange. Still...
Delgado is the leader. You'll want to know the...
Agreed. The last thing...
I don't disagree. In any case, we will shadow you event. This will also give...
Sir, on that note...
Immediately, Lieutenant. I hope you are entering. Keep up the good work.
The commander's living.
Get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
Look at this. You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so?
Last week, I got jumped by a
Never apologize. And if they don't, but pencils ready? This might look a little.
I was dead to rights.
Sure did. Don't worry.
The only thing I could. I put everything into.
Hell yeah, it is.
We'll be certain to keep.
Anyway.
That's a good story. A real good story.
All right.
I just
History
liked
time.
it better when neighbor
So,
told it.
the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? We've got everything the fleet needs. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel.
Yes.
Jasmine, you need anything for your ship? She's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lock. About 100